Hello, welcome to my videos and my blog. In this time, I'm going to talk about the NBA standings, the way 15-5, and this was the last week of the NBA 2023-2024 regular season. Where today was played the last day of the games, where was played the last fixture of the game, the 82, and now we're defined the teams that qualified to the playoffs and the teams that will qualify to the teams that qualify to the playoffs and the teams that qualify to the playing tournament. So like the last 24 videos, I'm going to talk about how the NBA standings are or finish after finish in the NBA 2023-2024 regular season. Where let's start with like the East Conference, where the Boston Celtics clinched the number one set in the conference and they clinched the best record in the regular season with a record of 34-18. They will be the team to beat and all the season in the East and in the NBA Finals. If the Celtics reach, we'll have to pass through our Boston, where the Celtics are the team to beat in the East. And to be honest, the Celtics need to reach minimum the NBA Finals to see that this was a successful season, but they need to win this conference. The Knicks took away the second place from the Bucks. That the Knicks finished with a record of 5 straight victories, and they reached the second place with a record of 50-32. And the Bucks, to be honest, they have a very bad season according to his standards. They finished with a record of 49-33. But the problem is that they fired his head coach in the middle of the season in January, and they finished a bad record because they just won three out of the last 10 games. They lost 2 back-to-back games, and they lost the second place, and now they finish in the third place with a record of 49-33. Another team that closed very bad the season was the Cavaliers, because they finished with a record of 48-34. But they remember that they were fighting to the second place alongside the Bucks, but they lost it, and now they fell to the for the fourth place. And the fifth place were the Magic with a record of 47-35, the same record of the Pacers and the 76ers. But they won the matches that they play against the Pacers and the 76ers, and for that reason they qualify as a five set. The sixth place, the last team that qualified direct to the playoffs was the Pacers, that finished with the same record as the Magic and the Pacers, and the 76ers, but they got the last place. The last place direct to the playoffs, and the teams that will play the playing tournament were the 76ers, that they finished with the same record as the Magic, Pacers, and Pacers. But the problem is they lost the tiebreak against these two teams, the Magic and the Pacers. The good news is that the 76ers finished with the 8 straight victories, and Embiid come to play after 1 or 2 months that he didn't play, and they are going to be one of the dangerous a dangerous team to beat. The 8 players finished the Heat that with a record of 46-36. That again he is going to be a very dangerous team, because remember that they reached the NBA Finals the last season, and they are very dangerous team in the playoffs. And the 9th place were the Chicago Bulls with a losing record 39-43, and the House, the last team to qualify to the play-in, with a losing record at 36-46. The rest of the team, the Nets, Raptors, Hornets, Wizards, and Pistons were eliminated from this competition. And to talk about the Wizards and the Pistons, that these both teams play a very, very ugly and bad season. So how finish all the season? The Celtics, Knicks, Bucks, Cavaliers, Magic, and Pacers qualified direct to the playoffs, and the 76ers, Heat, Bulls, and House qualified to the playing tournament. So the playing tournament will play the next week. Tuesday will play the Western Conference, and the first game, and the first 2 games, and the Western will play the Eastern Conference, the 2 games, and later the Thursday will play the last game in the Western Conference, and the Friday will be play the second game in the Eastern Conference. So the matches will be the next. The 76ers, the number 7, will will face the number 8, the Miami Heat, and the other game will be the number 9 Chicago Bulls will face the number 10, the Chicago Bulls. So the big news for him is that the 76ers and the Heat, because any team that win this match, they will qualify as a 7 set, and they will face the New York Knicks, and the loser will face the winner between the number 9 Chicago Bulls and against the number 10 the Atlanta Hawks, and they will play against the loser for the number 7 76ers and the number 8 Miami Heat, and the winner of these matches will face the Boston Celtics, the best team in the conference and the season. So in this until this moment, there is 2 matches confirmed in this conference. The Milwaukee Bucks will face the number 6 the Indiana Pacers, and another matches in the first round will be the Cleveland Cavaliers, the number 4, against the number 5, the Orlando Magic. So, in my opinion, in the playing tournament, I think that the 76ers will win these matches against the Miami Heat, and they will qualify as a 7 set, and they will face the New York Knicks, and the Chicago Bulls will defeat the Atlanta Hawks, and in the second game they will face the Miami Heat, but I think that the Miami Heat will win that game, and Miami Heat will face the Boston Celtics in the first round. And in the Western Conference, this was a foul and a close conference, and I think that this has been the closest conference in the last 5-10 years. It was amazing because the first 6 was defined until the last game of the season, and the playing teams were defined until the last game of the season. This was a tremendous season. You can see here that the Thunder and the Nuggets finished with the same record, 47-25. These 2 teams had a tremendous record, but in the end, the Oklahoma Thunder won the tie, and they got the first set. They finished with 5 consecutive victories, and the reigning champion team, the Denver Nuggets, finished in the second set. The third set was the Minnesota Timberwolves that did finish with a record of 56-26, one less game won against the Thunder and the Nuggets. The fourth place were the Clippers with a record of 51-31. Remember that they played a tremendous season, but remember in the last month they played a very bad season and they couldn't compete, and won the first set. The fifth set were the Dallas Mavericks with a record of 50-32. They had a tremendous close in the last 2 months, in March and in April, and for that reason they finished in the fifth set. The Phoenix Suns got the sixth place today when they defeated the Timberwolves, and they got a record of 49-33, and they had the same record that the Pelicans, 49-53, but the difference is that the Suns won the tiebreak against the Pelicans, and for that reason they qualified direct to the playoffs. And the Pelicans, Lakers, Kings, and Warriors will play the playing tournament, where the Pelicans finish in the 7 sets with a record of 49-33. The Lakers finish in the 8th place with a record of 47-35. The Lakers had improved its record from the last season, where they won 4 more victories. But the problem is that this year the Western Conference was taller and closer than last year, and the Lakers improved that record for 4 victories. But in the end, they couldn't finish in above the 6th place, and now they will play the playing tournament. The Sacramento Kings they were having a very great season, but in the last 2 months they started to losing, and they failed to the playing tournament. And the last team that qualified to the playing tournament were the Warriors with a record of 46-36. You can see here that this was a tremendous season for all the Western teams the Western Conference team that qualified to the playoffs and play-in, because you can see here that the Warriors, the last team qualified to the play-in with a record of 46-36, could have finished, you can see here, in the 8th place or in the 7th place. So the Western Conference teams play a tremendous season, and it's going to be an amazing the playoffs. And the teams that were eliminated were the Rockets, Jazz, Grizzlies, Spurs, and Trailblazers. And the teams that qualified direct to the playoffs were the Thunder, the Nuggets, the Timberwolves, the Clippers, the Mavericks, the Suns. And the teams that will play the playing tournament will be the Pelicans, Lakers, Kings, Warriors. And you can see that the number 7, the Pelicans, will face the number 8, the Lakers, the next Tuesday, where the winner of this match will play against the number 2, the Denver Nuggets, the reigning champion team, in the first round, and the loser of of this game will play against the winner between the number 9, the Sacramento Kings, against the number 10, the Golden State Warriors. I think that my prediction about this game is that the Lakers will win this game against the Pelicans, and they will qualify as a 7 set, and they will face the Denver Nuggets in the first round, and the Kings will defeat the Warriors, and they will take revenge for what happened the next playoff, where the Kings lost against the Warriors in the first round, and the Kings will play against the Pelicans, and the Kings will defeat the Pelicans, and the Kings will advance as a 8 set, and they will play against the Oklahoma City Thunder. That's my prediction. And until this moment, the series that are defined in the first round in the playoffs are the Timberwolves against the Suns and the Clippers against the Mavericks. So here's where how the both conference, the Eastern and the Western, finish in this NBA 2023-2024 regular season, which were the teams that qualified direct to the playoffs, and the teams that will play in the playing tournament in both conference. Tomorrow, I think I'm gonna to give my prediction about the playing tournament, but I think not. The most probably is that the next Friday, I'm gonna to give my prediction about the NBA, all the NBA playoffs, who I think is going to win each round, and the winner of this season. So here was my opinion and my analysis of how was the NBA, how were the NBA standings through our 25 weeks of game, the last week of the games, and how were the bowl conference finish in this season. See you next video, Gibran.